Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for June 29th, 2020. From 1 Samuel chapter 11, Saul's first challenge. Soon after Saul was declared king, the Ammonites attacked Jabesh Gibeah. The people of Jabesh Gibeah were defeated, and they surrendered. Now the Ammonites were going to name the terms of surrender. Verse 2. But Nahash, the Ammonites, said to them, "On this condition I will make a treaty with you, that I gouge out all your right eyes, and thus bring disgrace on all Israel." The elders of Jabesh said to him, "Give us 7 days respite, that we may send messengers through all the territory of Israel. Then, if there is no one to save us, we will give ourselves up to you." The Ammonites were actually looking at not destroying the people, but at disgracing God's people by gouging out the right eye. Now the question, would Saul, the new king, come and rescue them? They had 7 days. What else could they do? They had to either be rescued or give in to the demands. But to gouge out the right eye or die, that was their choice. You may remember in the New Testament, Jesus also gave an interesting choice like that. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 29, "If your right eye causes you to sin, tear it out and throw it away. For it is better that you lose one of your members than that your whole body be thrown into hell." So your choice is lose the right eye and live, or to die. That seemed to be what Jesus was speaking about, and it is also what the people at Jabesh Gibeah had to deal with. So they waited. Could they be rescued by Saul? Verse 4. When the messengers came to Gibeah of Saul, they reported the matter in the ears of the people, and all the people wept aloud. Now, behold, Saul was coming from the field behind the oxen. And Saul said, "What is wrong with the people? Why are they weeping?" So they told him the news of the men of Jabesh. And the Spirit of God rushed upon Saul when he heard these words, and his anger was greatly kindled. Now, before we go on, you might be thinking, why is Saul plowing with oxen? Isn't he king? He is. He was publicly declared king. But there had to be kind of an installation service, but haven't gotten to that yet. So he kind of returned back home and was doing the normal home things when this alert came in from Jabesh Gibeah. Now that the Spirit of the Lord is upon him, what is he going to do? Verse 7. He took a yoke of oxen and cut them in pieces and sent them throughout all the territory of Israel by the hand of the messenger, saying, "Whoever does not come out after Saul and Samuel, shall it be done to this oxen." Then the dread of the Lord fell upon the people, and they came out as one man. It's interesting that Saul then cut up the oxen that he was driving and sent it to the people. But notice the response of the people. The dread of the Lord came upon them, and they came out as one man. But you may have also noticed something else. Whoever does not come out after Saul and Samuel. It's interesting that Saul wanted to invoke Samuel's name for a little extra authority. Maybe he was feeling a little insecure at the moment. But the response of the people was the people feared the Lord and came out as one people. The result? Verse 11. And the next day Saul put the people in 3 companies, and they came into the midst of the camp in the morning watch and struck down the Amorites until the heat of the day. And those who survived were scattered, so that no 2 of them were left together. The result? The people of Israel won. Saul defeated the Amorites. It was a blowing defeat. The people now had a sense of pride. They now had a sense of belonging. They now seemed like they had a sense of purpose. And they were kind of a little puffed up. And so what would the response be? Verse 12. Then the people said to Samuel, "Who is it that said, 'Shall Saul reign over us?' Bring the men that we may put them to death." But Saul said, "Not a man shall be put to death this day, for today the Lord has worked salvation in Israel." It's interesting, the people remembered that there were naysayers when Saul was first announced as king. Should this man rule over us? And they brought him no present. That was yesterday. And now the people, filled with zeal, wanted to kill those people. But Saul stayed their hand and said no. Why? Because the Lord had worked salvation in Israel. Point given to Saul, he realized that God is still in charge, that God gave them the victory. A point that he needs to continue to remember. So join me again tomorrow as we hear about what does it take to be a successful king. God's peace and many blessings be with you. Thank you for watching, and please take an opportunity to share this video with others. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church, 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois, 60544. Thank you again for watching.